The Winnebago Adventures of Henry Hyperbole. Written and illustrated by Miss Finzen's 3rd grade class. In the beginning, there was a little monster. His name was Henry Hyperbole. He was a nice monster. Henry was heading to the commode store. He had tons of money in his pocket. He wanted to buy some cheese. He was so rich, he had money to burn. Secondly, Henry Hyperbole went to the police station. He started to talk to Mr. McCauley. Henry Hyperbole asked if Mr. McCauley could get him a pop at the store. Mr. McCauley actually said no. Then Henry screamed until his face turned blue. In the beginning, Henry Hyperbole got on his dragon to go to the Sweetwater Cafe. He was so hungry that he could have eaten a horse. He ate a ton of muffins and coffee. He scared all of the people away. Then he started to eat everything in sight. Phyllis had to chase him out of the store. At the beginning, Henry walked to the swimming pool. It was so hot outside that you can fry an egg on your driveway. Henry wanted to go to the pool so bad, it seemed like he had waited a lifetime to jump in. Finally, he jumped in and made a splash as high as the mountains. The next day, Henry Hyperbole woke up at 9 a.m. to get ready for school. After recess and reading, Henry saw Mrs. Almond. Then Henry asked her how old she was. She told him that she was older than dirt. Following that, Henry went to the basketball slab. He waited a lifetime to make 100 shots in a row. He jumped so high, he reached the sky. He was so good. Henry was so tired that a midget could have beat him dunking. Henry Hyperbole, he decided to visit the Ho-Chunk Center tomorrow. He liked playing bingo. He heard that there was a bingo group for money at the Ho-Chunk Center. He was excited to be at the bingo game, but the line went down for miles to get in. Henry Hyperbole was at the Boys and Girls Club. He ran as fast as a car. Then he got so hungry, he thought he could eat a horse. Then he cooked some food. He died 1,000 deaths waiting for his food to finish cooking. In no time, Henry Hyperbole rode his bike to the baseball fields. It was so hot, the sidewalks were bubbling. He hit 5 home runs. No one could believe it. Not in a million years would he have ever believed this would happen to him. Soon after that, he went to the football field to watch a game. Henry Hyperbole forgot to bring his wallet. He was so hungry he could eat 1,000 hams. He wished he could swim in an ice-cold pool. Next, Henry Hyperbole went to the Dollar General. His mom made him buy toilet paper. He was so embarrassed. He died 1,000 deaths. Henry jumped out of his skin. He bought the toilet paper and ran out of the stores fast as he could. After that, Henry Hyperbole was so hyper, he was more hyper than a dolphin. So he raced like a cheetah to the Heritage. He wanted a milkshake the Heritage was so far away that the walk took forever. Soon after, Henry Hyperbole went to the hospital. It was so cold that the polar bear had to wear jackets. So Henry hurried in the sliding door. He wanted to see Les Painter and his son Jaden. After a long time, Henry Hyperbole visited the library. He studied for days. His books seemed to weigh a ton. When he was done there, he went back home. He was reading forever. Then the next day, he was a smarty pants. Everyone thought they were dumb. But Henry said to everyone, "You guys are smart too." Then his classmates were smarty pants too. Eventually, Henry Hyperbole started walking to Educare. He was carrying books, and the books weighed a ton. When he got to Educare, all the kids were working. The students got 110% to reach their goal. The students seemed to study for days. I hope you enjoyed reading our Winnebago adventures of Henry Hyperbole. The end.